Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. As you guys will notice, I just put out the video for yesterday. My uploading was getting a little funky again, and so the past couple days I wasn't able to upload anything, but that did upload very quickly this morning, and so it's looking as though we are back on track again. So I want to thank you guys for all of your patience as we go through this process, and we accept that everything happens in divine timing exactly as it is meant to. I want to wish everybody who does celebrate Christmas a very Merry Christmas Eve and a very Merry Christmas tomorrow. The plan is to have another video for you guys tomorrow, but if that does not happen, then Merry Christmas right now ahead of time to everyone who does celebrate, or happy whatever holiday it is. We can all just appreciate the energy of the holidays and what, maybe not, I wanted to say what they're meant to be, what they can be, we'll put it that way, which is an opportunity for us all to come together and love each other. And that is absolutely perfect and goes right in line with the galactic signature of today, which is the white planetary dog energy. And yes, today is a day that's ruled by the throat chakra and guided by endlessness. And I want to actually read you guys the description for the white dog energy because it's really, really beautiful. And we've been feeling this energy coming through very strongly as we are looking at our relationships, as we are really understanding how they are serving us and where they are not, as we are calling our power back where we need to in our relationships, and really appreciating the mirror that they are for ourselves and where they show us that we still have healing to do. And so I just think it's beautiful for the energy of the holidays that we have this energy coming through. So I'm gonna read the whole thing with you guys, and then we're gonna go from there as we usually do. And oh, it looks as though I don't have my phone to pull up my chart, so we're gonna wing that as well. And we're going with the flow of things today, you guys. We're going with the flow. And so the white dog energy says, the heart is both earthly and heavenly, a medium between spirit and matter. The heart is pure, incapable of anything but complete honesty. The heart's nature is unconditional acceptance. Its essence is receptivity, transparency, and devotion. Its strength is in its vulnerability. Its beauty in its expression. Its function is love, endowed with infinite resources to share its graces. The heart, as a spiritual center, wishes to serve in the glory of union, welcoming all inclusively. As we dwell in our heart's simplicity, love takes the reins, and a path of possibilities effortlessly opens before us. The heart's domain is relationship, temples of initiation offering vast insight into the celestial prisms of the heart and the myriad layers of connectivity among souls. White Dog urges us to seek out and enjoy our companions of destiny, our kin who fulfill our heart's longings to reciprocate true love. The basis of healthy relationship is always to honor the truth of one's own heart. Pain in one's life from unresolved wounds signals our attention. One of our heart's roles is to transduce pain into acceptance, resulting in peace. This personal process requires full awareness on the sensations of the pain, whether physical or emotional, while recognizing that in a transcendental sense, the pain is not who we are. It is just showing blockages or imbalances. It is merely passing through us, seeking a heart to meet and acknowledge it. If we give all the pain over to our heart center and surround it with a vigilant, patient, compassionate embrace, the fire of our self-loving acceptance burns away its veils, diminishing its intensity, and if needed, liberates us into the lessons underlying the pain. White Dog asserts that the essence of our being is love. Everything we do is either love or a cry for love. The all-curing medicine of compassion is sourced from the heart. And so I thought that was really beautiful. And I really love just that energy today that we have, and really seeking where we can connect with people today, where we can find forgiveness, find acceptance, find compassion for others, and really delight in the connections that we have with other souls today, with that energy of love in all of its different forms and all of its different complexities, and really honor where that's showing up for us, as well as honor what wounds are showing up for us, and give ourselves and those who are helping to reveal those wounds compassion and love and acceptance today. We have the tone today. What tone are we on? The planetary. Yes, the planetary tone today. And this is all about perfecting, producing, and manifesting. And so that energy is very much like, allow this to be a process of realization and discovery as we really journey into the temple of our hearts. Allow ourselves to perfect our expression of love, how we receive love, how we give love, and really honor that process and everything that we've been learning about this process throughout 2020, because we have been learning a lot. And as I said, I don't have my chart in front of me as I usually do. I misplaced it somewhere. But the moon is in Taurus today. And the moon is conjunct Uranus and true black moon. And so we very much have this desire for freedom today. We may be experiencing, on an emotional level, realizations that are possibly a little bit startling to us, right? Because we have that Uranian energy. And this is the sign of Taurus, which is all about what we value. And so the things that have meaning for us today might surprise us. And the ways that we feel about the things that have meaning to us today might surprise us. And so allow ourselves to be we want to allow ourselves to be surprised and to be inspired today. And to see from that higher vision, to really see into our own hearts and our own truth and what it is that has meaning for us, into our relationships, into everything today, with that higher Uranian perspective, and allow ourselves to be expanded into that vision, and really just sit with and allow whatever comes up, however surprising it may be. We have a lot of positive aspects going on today. The sun's in trine with a lot of different planets, so that's a very beneficial energy. We also have the moon in some squares. We have quite a few squares going on in different parts of the chart. And we do have, I believe, it's either the sun or the moon. I can't remember now without looking at my chart, but one of those key aspects of our consciousness still in a square with Chiron. I believe it's the sun. And so we are still having those wounds revealed to us. They are still coming up to be confronted. But there's a lot of healing energy in the air today. There's a lot of energy where we may be feeling sort of blocked or confined in some aspects, but we're really being called to move and see beyond that. And to really recognize if we do feel blocked, like what is it that's blocking us, and how can we dissolve that blockage with unconditional love and acceptance of exactly what is today. That's the energy that I'm feeling that we're really being asked to step into. And I think to start us off, I'm going to pull a couple Goddess Power cards. Clear. What do the Goddess Power cards have to say about today? We had a lot of deep healing coming up. I didn't get to, and it's a little bit past the date now, so I'm probably not going to put that one out. But on the 22nd, we had the moon conjunct Chiron. And so that was a very intense emotional healing energy. And we are moving up to the full moon, which is a purge of our soul and our emotions. And so there's a lot of that energy, a lot of those wounds from even like early childhood and stuff that are really coming up to be acknowledged. And so it's definitely been a bit intense emotionally, and we can feel that intention, but we can intensity. But we can also feel with this conjunction now to Uranus. It's like the moon's moving through and making conjunctions to all these major planets and astrological bodies. And it's really taking us through a whole tour of our emotions and what lies underneath there, and really helping us to understand ourselves better through the lens of our emotions and what it is that they want to teach us about the truth in our hearts. So it's an interesting journey that we're embarking on as we move toward this full moon in Cancer that we have coming up. And I'm going to be doing that video after this probably, so that we can get that out and we can see the energies that we're working with. And so the first card we have out is Benzai Gen, I believe, Beauty. So really seeing the beauty in every situation, seeing the beauty in every person today. This reminds me of the Beauty Way energy from the Shamanic Oracle deck, right? So it's all about really acknowledging where beauty exists within us, within others, within this human experience, and really calling for and seeking beauty, allowing ourselves to be in awe of the beauty that exists in the world, finding that wherever we can, even if it's a struggle. And for some people, this may be like writing out a gratitude list. That can really help. That energy it's such a simple exercise, but that energy is so powerful in also attracting to us more things to be grateful for, right? But really putting us in that receptive that receptive space. So really allowing ourselves to be engrossed in the beauty and to seek that beauty out in our interactions with others, in our daily lives, and to add beauty to the world where we can as well. Oh, interesting. And that's coming out with Aphrodite, romantic love. Right? And Kerwidian, potential. So I really love that when we start looking at everything through this lens of beauty. And that's another thing that the Aphrodite card talks about. So it's really interesting that those are coming out in the same spread. We open ourselves up to experiencing more beauty. When we look at everything through the eyes of love, we open ourselves up to experiencing more love. And the Aphrodite card doesn't just speak of romantic love with another. It also speaks of that love with the self. And this is something that we've been working on, right? Is this understanding of the way that I love me is the way that I love you, right? And I attract to me what it is that I desire in my heart of hearts. And the more that I love myself, the more then I attract a partner who loves me. And so we're really bringing it back to ourselves and falling in love with ourselves, falling in love with the world around us, right? And as we do that, that opens us up to that romantic love as well. And there's an incredible potential there for us to be manifesting that, if that is something that we desire, and if we are first seeing the potential that exists within ourselves, right? And then seeing how that's reflected into the outside world. And I'm feeling this card too today as like our potential, us realizing a deeper level of our own potential. This is, once again, I love how this plays into the energy of today, our potential to love, our ability to love. I feel like there may be people who are watching this who did not think that they were capable of giving and receiving the level of love that you deserve. And people are finally, or maybe that they didn't even deserve that. But people really beginning to see and understand that we all have this potential within us to love and be loved. And to have the kind of love that transcends boundaries, right? The kind of love that is unconditional and eternal. And once again, we're finding that in ourselves first, and then we're seeing the potential of that radiating out into the world. So us really stepping into our potential as these divine, loving, spiritual beings. Like a huge focus on the love today, you guys. And as we embrace that aspect of our potential, all of our other potential opens up as well. When we open up that heart center, that is the gateway to everything. Our potential to create, our potential to our spiritual gifts, everything opens up in front of us. And there is great potential, I feel, in places that you may not have even looked. And that's maybe part of this moon conjunct Uranus energy, is really helping us to see the places that we haven't looked and to really acknowledge what's there, or to look again through another viewpoint and see the value and the potential that maybe we hadn't seen before. How are the circumstances? How are the ways that you are connecting, right? Teaching you and opening you up and unlocking potential within you that maybe you didn't see before. Where is the potential in another that maybe you didn't see before? And then we have Hecate, the in-between. And I'm going to read that one from the book. Ooh, I've never pulled this card before. This is gorgeous. And she is, if I am not mistaken, the goddess of the underworld. And so that's really fascinating energy. And we've really been traveling into our own underworld throughout this year of 2020, right? And discovering what it is that has been blocking us from love, that's been blocking our heart center, so that we can reveal that, and heal that. And we're kind of in this, like it says, this in-between stage right now, where it's like we're healing, but we're not fully healed. We're growing, but there's still more growth to do, right? Because we're never fully healed. We're never done growing. It's always a progression. So it's like this in-between of realizing our potential and being able to see the beauty and really fully embrace that. Embrace our full potential. And sort of like still, we're in that flux period right now, which can feel sometimes a little bit uncomfortable. But it's really, it's a space where all possibilities exist. So this says, you are standing in the liminal spaces between what was and what will be, who you have been and who you are becoming. The Greek goddess of crossroads and the in-between, Hecate, welcomes you to her domain and reminds you that neither place is your home. You're being tasked to carefully choose the direction of your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and actions. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness, but a fierce self-inventory. Now is not the time for hasty action or stubbornness. Oh, it's funny, I'm rereading this. But for a fierce self-inventory. Bless the past for what it has provided, and release all attachment to the stories of what was. And this has been coming up, right? Now is the time to understand the responsibilities required of you as you move forward into a new version of yourself that is as yet unformed. Who do you want to become? What kind of life are you prepared to live? And how will you wisely yield your power to co-create a new world, beneficial for others, not just for yourself, right? This is the age of Aquarius energy. You have the magic of Hecate pulsing through you and calling to you to answer. Say yes and step into the unknown to discover what is not yet manifest. As soon as you do, the goddess Hecate will bring her eternal torch to light your way. And so I love this because this sums up a lot of what we've been getting in readings lately, right? It's all about really owning your truth, owning your power, really looking at all of those aspects of the self and bringing those into the light, paying close attention to what it is that we are creating, realizing the power that our thoughts and our words and our actions have to dictate our lives, right? I almost said to dictate our fate, but it's to dictate our destiny, right? Fate is passive, destiny is active. And so when we are passive with our thoughts, our words, and our actions, and we're allowing them to control us, and we're just allowing them to flow through unfiltered without observing them, without taking control and ownership over them and projecting them in a way that is beneficial, we're in that fate stage. When we take control of that, we begin to move toward the path of our destiny. We decide our destiny, right? That is not written in stone. We come here with a projected destiny, yes, but we are the action. We are that force that moves us into that, right? Yeah, so I really love all of that. And releasing the old stories, releasing the attachments. We've been working on that as well. We don't have to dictate. If any of you did the 12/21 prep exercise that came through about rewriting our story, right? Writing the story of the future that you want, of the life that you want right now, right? Because we say future, but really we want to be in the now. And so really releasing our attachment to the old stories. We can examine them, we can learn from them, but then we let them go. We don't have to let those define us anymore. We are in this beautiful undefined space right now where everything is ready to be born from, which is really, truly fucking glorious energy, you guys. I mean, to be quite frank with you. Yes, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have Oshun, generosity. So that generosity of spirit, that coming through very strongly for us. And I want to pull, okay, the Mystical Shaman Oracle wants to come out. Clear. Let's get a card from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I was going to do a different deck, but it just, it called my attention to it as soon as I looked over. So this is where we're going for today. What does the Mystical Shaman Oracle have? What do our ancestors have to teach us? What do the great mystical shamans have to say for us? The spiral. This is the spot, and we're going to read this out of the book. We're going to read it out of the book, right? But this is the eternal spiral, right? It never ends. It's just a deeper layer and a deeper layer and a deeper layer that we move into. All right. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, once again with the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. And so that's what we're going through right now, that deeper level of the spiral that we've been in, ever deepening and deepening spirals throughout 2020, bringing us finally to that center of that healing so that something new can be born. To renew yourself, you must shed your old skin. You have already done this, so do not keep scraping away at the old, but welcome the soft new skin that is starting to grow. This is releasing those old stories, releasing those old attachments. Break the habit of working on your faults all the time and let nature take its course. Know that a new skin feels vulnerable and scary at times. Trust the medicine of the spiral as it guides your journey of renewal. I love that. I love that. So really, and that's like that relaxing into the flow, right? Relaxing into the flow of the spiral. We don't have to work so hard all the time. Sometimes we can just allow ourselves to be. Allow the healing to flow. Allow the emotions and the awareness to come up. Acknowledge them and release them, right? We can, if we soften into that today, right? This is a lot of feminine, a lot of love energy. So if we soften into our healing process today, what can be revealed to us? And how can we view that through that lens of forgiveness and compassion and non-attachment and allow it to go? Right? It's all about, like, it can be, this is about ease and grace. This is allowing your healing process to happen with ease and grace today. And I really feel like that sums it up for today. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, that you are able to celebrate. If you are celebrating a holiday today, that you're able to celebrate that with the people that you love. And just really, if you are not able to do that physically, then just connect with them. And connect with your own heart above all else. Find the beauty, find the gratitude anywhere that you can. Find the gratitude for the connections that you have in your life, for what they teach you, for the connection that you're building with yourself and with spirit above all else. And really the appreciation and the gratitude for this healing process that you are undergoing right now, for this next evolution of the spiral that you are in, and where that is taking you, and what that is teaching you. And really embrace the newness of the journey. Embrace the unknown. Embrace the possibilities. Embrace the newness. And allow yourselves that, it's like allowing ourselves that space, right? In order to really get comfortable in our skin. Don't expect that we're going to know. It's like when a child learns to walk. Actually, I think a lot of them do start trying to run instantly. And what do they do when that happens? They fall, right? But they fall and they get back up. Oh, I love how the metaphor just keeps extending itself, right? And so it's like, don't try to run before you can walk. Allow yourself to walk. Allow the feeling of that. Feel what it feels like to walk in this new skin. And then you can run. But sometimes we are going to run. And either way, whether we're walking or running, if we fall down, just keep getting back up. Keep dusting ourselves off. Keep allowing this journey to continue to unfold. And be okay with the vulnerability of it. Our vulnerability can be an incredible strength if we allow it to be. If you liked this video, drop a comment. Let me know how today is going for you, how you're feeling these beautiful healing energies. There's a lot of healing energy going on, so just allow that. Allow what's ever coming up. And if there are things that are restricting you or blocking you today, just take those as opportunities to find the gratitude, to find that silver lining, to come back into that place of love and stillness and wholeness and beingness today. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to donate to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. However, every single like, every single comment, all of that is very appreciated as well, and it helps to help this channel grow. Although I always trust that these messages get out to exactly who they're meant to when they are meant to. My email is in the description box below as well if you would like some assistance. The angelic heart healing that I do really blends very well with these energies and helping to heal that and open that up and release and step into our divinity, right? So please reach out to me if you would like to experience that. I would love to offer that to you, as well as any of the other things that I do. I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon.